Good morning, folks. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how love looks different for so many people, and being an unconventional lover myself. And I say unconventional because if you're new to my channel, it might be news that my partner and I are poly, and while it's just my nesting partner and I for now, and I have a platonic partner, it looks different in so many ways. So I think one of the hardest things to understand, I think, for people is that, how can your partner feel important to you if you have another person? And so I sort of akin it to, there was this wonderful meme that talks about different types of fruit. And so, which it oversimplifies the matter, but it helps. So the perspective is that a banana is really good at being a banana, but terrible at being an orange, right? And so, and then an orange is also equally just as good at being an orange, but not as good at being a banana. And so on days that I need or want a banana, that is my person that I go to. And then if on days I need and want an orange, that's the other person that I go to. So the point here is that there is equity in the relationships, right? They're not equal. That is a monogamous take on partnership. Like, the idea that our partners can meet all of our needs is a really unhealthy one. Unfortunately, a lot of people subscribe to this, and there are some healthy monogamous relationships that understand that there are friends who meet certain needs that the relationship itself doesn't meet. And so it's no different than that. The other thing is that in that perspective, it really heightens your awareness to the things that you value in your relationships themselves. And it sort of, you almost fall into this healthy pattern of awareness regarding the people that you are involved with, and valuing those people. So they're not equal. Partners are not equal, but they have equity, right? They have equity of my time, and so balancing those out, that is where the challenges, it can be most, that's where most of the challenges can come from. People often ask, how do you make that work? How do you split your time? There's a lot of people who practice polyamory. And for those of you that don't know the difference, polyamory is a type of non-monogamy, but it is rooted in love. Whereas there is non-monogamy that's like swingers and things like that. It's not rooted in love. So in polyamory, these are real investments, real relationships that you're building and bonding over. With that being said, the work is time. So obviously there isn't an unlimited number of partners one can have, because time, unfortunately, while love is limitless, time is not. And it sort of boils down to that. It also means that when a particular partner is struggling with their interactions with you, or they're struggling with something in general, it sort of sets the ground for you to learn how to hold space for others. The healthy relationships, and I think any kind of relationship can benefit from this, but if somebody's really struggling, communicating their needs in an appropriate way is the best way to navigate obstacles, hurdles, or challenges. So communication rules the nation really, really, really hits home with any kind of relationship, but even more so in polyamorous ones, because when you're involved with more than one person, jealousy is not something that is just magically vanishes when you're floating in the polyamory world. It just means that you have to get really good at processing those and talking about those and walking through it with your partner, so that people understand, okay, there's some kind of rooted need that needs to be addressed. Yeah, I'll have more on this topic. I'll break it down in bite-sized portions, but I just want to throw it out there, and I'd love to hear what people have to say, what questions you have. Comment on this post. Let me know what your questions are, and we'll unpack those in future videos, or I can respond if it's a quick question that can be answered quickly. And if you're interested in more content like this, please click the follow button, and you'll see more of this content posted at least once or twice a week.